Okay, so I decided to use virtual PHET lab to make a little activity for students. This is one I use when I teach at the online school. So build an atom is the name of the module here. Students are going to start with a uh, introduction here. So when they go to the introduction, this is the starter, I guess you will. Students get a chance to just play with the simulation because they always like to do that. So they just get to open up the simulation and they just get to play around with it and practice building an atom and see what the heck happens. And they're going to post two things that they observed that happened, right? So they're going to add things in here and, oh, what happens when I add too much of one thing and not enough of another thing? What actually takes place. So the kids always have a fun time, see if they can get the atom to um, become unstable and fall apart or whatever it might be. So um, just a chance to play around with it, and then anything that they note or anything that is happening, right? So they get to kind of create, just play around, click the different things, see what happens. No judgment, just an opportunity to explore. And then they're going to post two things that they noticed in the simulation. So that just gives them a chance to engage with the topic. After that, they will do the um, build an atom, the actual lab. And so this has some standards of things they're going to cover, just kind of give them a feel for what they're doing. And the assignment actually looks like this. It walks them through a couple steps and asks them some questions and kind of builds their understanding as they go. There's a little game for a quick check for understanding as they play with the simulation. Can check in with them, and they're going to fill in this assignment. It's pretty in depth. It covers a lot of topics, but it really gives them a good introduction to atoms and ions and isotopes. So they always seem to have a lot of fun with this one. Once they get done with that, they'll just upload that to an assignment Dropbox. Sorry, right here. It's an assignment. And then after they get that, they can move on to the post-lab discussion. So for the post-lab discussion, I just made a Flipgrid. I would love to integrate this or embed it, but I don't have the API for Canvas, so I can't actually do that. But they're going to answer these kind of three questions, which was, what is the rule for determining mass number of an atom or ion? So it's the number of neutrons, number of protons. List the requirements for two atoms to be isotopes of one another. So same number of protons, different neutrons. And what do an atom, ion, and isotope of an element have in common? How are they different? And they're going to do that in just a video discussion, right? I think the questions are on this page as well. Um, it just gives them a chance here to add a video response, and I think that's cool because they can actually see one another and talk to one another. So that's my short unit on building an atom.